expecting now that every time, or we're expecting every time you get on the bike to do anything practical, you're going to set yourself up properly, and if you're not in cycling shoes, then you're going to put your little tags through the hole so your feet don't fall out. Yeah? Is that okay? So everyone is in their setup. Did you take a note of your numbers on the setup?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because that's what the clever people do, and then you haven't got to keep fiddling about with them. So just make sure your pedal straps, and for those who weren't here when Matt mentioned it, this needs to be locked down the same as the saddle one. Otherwise it will move. So lock it down, make sure it's locked down hard. Okay, fantastic. So now the way that we cycle is the most important thing, and the way we teach our clients how to cycle is how to cycle effectively and in the correct way. What I have noticed as I was watching you all at the play and everything else, a lot of you are pointing your toes and moving your ankle to cycle. I would like you to fix a flat foot, okay? And I want you to think about riding a perfect circle, okay? So limit the movement in your ankle and no little ballerina toes, okay? So try not to reach down on the downward phase of the stroke. Okay, we're just going to have a look. Yeah. Okay. So the reason we think about biomechanically what's happening is for the safety of you can see all that, doesn't it? Okay. So when we look at a professional cyclist, they spend 90% of their time trying to achieve a 360-degree revolution with force and power through the complete 360 degrees. So what I'm going to do is just jump off because I can't see it behind me. Okay, so this way, when we cycle, you can keep going, keep your legs moving, yeah? Keep your legs going. This way, keeping your feet flat, keeping just an average warm-up resistance on there, okay? So no record breaking at the moment, but I want you to just keep a feel for what we're talking about. So we're going to prevent injury, okay, to soft tissue and muscles. We're going to create balance because we're working through the muscles equally, not just pushing forward. We need to build this teaching into classes so that clients get it and it becomes their habit, and then that's the way they cycle. Okay? Biomechanics are really important to improve muscle balance, particularly front back, improve performance, so they're going to get more out of it. When we think about why do most people go to group exercise, what are their exercise goals? Lose weight, yeah, lose body fat, control weight, improve their fitness, okay? If we can help them improve their performance, so in that hour, that 45 minutes they're with us, if they're more efficient at what they do, if they recruit more lean tissue, if they spend more calories, if they work their heart and lungs more, then we're actually going to improve their performance and help them to achieve their goals much quicker, okay? We also reduce muscular injury. We don't want people injured. Improve pedaling efficiency, aid their recovery, and also improve their comfort in the saddle. What Jay was speaking to you about earlier, about lifting up through the pelvic floor, you almost lighten yourself on the saddle as opposed to sitting really heavily. And also we're going to aid and help the relaxation of the upper body, because we don't want loads of tension in the upper body when we're riding. We want to have it relaxed, yeah, and softer through the joints. We don't want to kind of be beating up the body. So what we're going to be looking at is the pedal stroke, and I want you to think initially, when we're riding now, you're going to So your left leg. Okay, that's your 12 o'clock position. Okay, at the very topmost part. I'd now like you to take it down to 6 o'clock. Right down to the bottom, so I know that you know where we are on the clock. Good. So if that's 12 o'clock and that's 6 o'clock, can you show me 3 o'clock? With your left leg, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, left leg. And 3 o'clock, the left leg. Good. And now show me 9 o'clock with your left leg. Okay. Try and keep that foot flat as you go from 6 to 9 o'clock. Okay, good. So what I want you to think about is that we're kind of riding an oval circle. It's not a perfect circle. Okay? And I want you to think about when you start your 12 o'clock with your left leg, you're going to push down to 3 o'clock, okay, and that's working, as you can see, through the quads and the glutes. We're fired there. Then think about the next phase, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, which is the push down the power phase, okay, and there, quads, gas drop. Okay, so we've got 2 phases. Next phase is the pull back. Okay, 6 to 9 o'clock. Now here, I want you to think about a flat foot, and that's a hamstring fire. Okay, so we must include the hamstrings in our cycling, our pedal phase, yeah? And then the pull up from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, again, hamstrings, hip flexors, and gas drop. Alright, so now what I'd like you to do is just turn some resistance on, and just with your left leg only, thinking about only the left leg to start with, I want you to use what we call the clock and pedal through 360 degrees. So just start pedaling. Go at a rate. You can set your, if you set your timer on the top here, okay, and try and get an RPM of about 60. So press the top button and then press the one that looks like it means play. And I want you just to find a rhythm of about 60 RPM. Left leg is leading, and I want you to use this technique so from 12 till 3. And now, add a little bit of resistance. So 12 to 3, flat feet, push forward and down. Now try to lighten your seat so your abs are tight. Pull up through the pelvic floor and the carriage muscles. And now push your RPM on to about 70, 75. Legs are a bit warmer. Add some more resistance. Resistance. Okay, I'm on about 76 here, so if you're on the same sort of rhythm as me. So, pushing forward and down, 12 to 3. Just get that bit first. Good. And now focus on the next part. 3 to 6, keeping the foot flat, engaging. Lovely. 6 till 9, so you're keeping the 12 to 3 and the 3 to 6. Now we're adding 6 to 9, and get a feeling of pulling up through the back of the pedal stroke. Feel your hamstrings engage. Add some more resistance, feel you're getting stronger, good. Lovely. And now let's put the last part, pulling it up and over 9 till 12. Okay, that's all on the left leg. Try to just let that keep happening. Now think right leg. 12 till 3. 3 till 6, add it on. And your right leg. Perfect circles here. Very good. Add on a little bit more. 6 till 9. Now feel as you slide the leg back. Feel like you're sliding back. Keeping the feet flat. Good. 9 till 12. Finishing it off. Perfecting your circle. Are we light on the handlebars? Like you're holding that baby bird? Yeah? Okay, so now think about both the legs in that technique. Perfect circles. The most natural phase for you is from the 12 down through to 6. The most challenging phase to get into your muscle memory is the coming up phase. Pulling up from 6 to 9. Make sure you include the hamstrings at the party. That's it. Now add on. Push, pull, push, pull. Tighten your abs. Narrow your waist. Light grip on the bars. I can see some white knuckles. Lighten. Good. Add on. Now I want you to start feeling how good this is when you can add more resistance. Because you're working, more muscles are helping you when you use correct technique. Also, you don't end up with quads and no hamstring. So we have balance. Elbows soft. Relax your shoulders and bend your elbows back. No, that's nice. How's that feeling? Does that feel better?
It feels full.
Yeah. Feeling that? How's that feel?
It's nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Especially on the 6 till 12 coming back.
Yeah, it's such a nice, just completes it, yeah? Involves the gluteals, involves the hamstrings. Okay, turn it down, just keep moving. So whatever you do, your key thing, biomechanically, is working through this. So when we look at TDC, top dead center, that's our 12 o'clock, okay? You have to have enough resistance on. Jay mentioned it earlier, okay? If you don't have enough resistance, then you're going to end up with injuries, okay? So when I say take the resistance off, I don't mean just kind of spin round like a whirly thing. I mean just release the intensity. When we're actually turning on, everyone back on now. We're back in, turn on, turn on. I want you to fight to stay at about 45 RPM. Use your technique, your perfect circles, pulling up through the back of the pedal stroke. If you can cycle faster than 45 on your dial, has everyone got their thing on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boys, you got your stuff on here? Yeah? And? You have? Done your course? Yeah. If you can stay on it easy or go faster, add more resistance now. You need a lot more resistance. A lot more, because you can go much faster.
Come on,
Come on. Otherwise Matt's going to come and twist it for you.
Oh, I'm there.
That's looking more honest. I like that. So, yes, good. I want you to fight to stay at 45. Yeah? Fight for it. If you can go faster, add on. Add on. Let me see what you've got. Add on. Okay. Now, if you're fighting and you're on the right resistance, add again and come up. A standing climb. Now, notice here, can you now go faster?
No.
Can you?
Yes.
So add on.
Learn to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, no, be honest. Like honesty. Notice here, in the standing climb, light hands, yeah, baby bird, elbows in, abdominals tight, narrow waist, no movement in the ankle, keep your feet flat, pull up with the back of the pedal stroke the same. Keep working it. Notice here, has your technique died? What's your perfect circle like? Are you doing what I'm doing now? Some of you are.
Breathing.
Flat foot. Lift it up. Come on, knees up, up, up. Yeah. Keep working. I want you to use the 6 to 9 o'clock. Come on. Lift it up. Flat feet. Light hands. Beautiful. Well done, flats.
Only an hour to go.
And bring it down.
Just start dancing.
Okay. So,
Just say.
just saying. So it's really important when we go up on the pedals into a climb that you are honest and you get it on, because body weight helps you so much, okay? And if you go up here and you're like, yay, you're bouncing, you're going to crucify your Achilles tendon and you're probably going to smack your tail end on the seat a few times. This is cheating, faking it. You can see when people do this because they'll be looking like I'm looking now. Yeah? When they start going like that, yeah, and they stop interacting with you quite as much, then you know they're at work. So it's important. Your role as the coach is to not allow this to happen. We're not going to beat them with a big stick about the resistance all the time, but we must make sure that they're not going to damage themselves by having too big resistance. Alright? What's happened? Oh yeah, fan. I thought it was a bit hard, but it was nice.
No, it's
Yeah.
it should just switch on. It's either on or off, basically.
Yeah.
So, the secret to our workout and to make it safe and effective is the resistance dial. Okay, it's the key to everything. It's the thing that can have an elite athlete working alongside a complete beginner. It's that. Okay? But it is the thing that without teaching, coaching how to use this and making your clients understand how vital it is, without that, you haven't really got much success. They have to not be scared of this button. Okay? Get them to turn it down. You can't beast them and just keep telling them to turn it up. When you're in a sprint, they have to bring it down and be very clear about that. But if you constantly see someone who's looking fairly fit and okay and everything else, and they just fake it. I've seen people in class just touch their button, turn it up, they go like that. And I go, oi, that's cheating.
What do you really do?
You get off your bike and go and turn it up.
Thank you. She doesn't say oi, she gets, oh, hang on, I'll help you.
Puts you in the middle of the class.
So
and teaches
we
you
have
how
to.
do it.
So in the course of this training, we will be out there. If we see you and we fit, you're fit, you're happy, you're on an instructor course, we will be helping you to understand how to use resistance.
Assisting.
It's called helping.
Value for your class.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's what?
Value for your
Yeah,
class.
it's very important because if you don't do it properly, you've got no chance at all of helping other people learn how to ride a bike properly. We all think we can ride a bike, don't we? That's the thing. When we're not locked into pedals, as a child, when we start riding a bike, that's what we think is the right way, but it's not. It's actually quite technical. We have to make sure that we ride that circle or ride the clock. Yeah, some people call it riding the clock. I prefer to say riding our circles. Okay, so make sure. So just show me one more time. Add on and let me show me riding the clock.
Are we at 45?
Add on. Yeah, let's get to 45 in a seated climb here. And we'll go through all the profiles a little bit later.
Yeah.
But for now, I think we're going to do a class. Yes. Come on, get it on. If I see you, I'm going to name and shame. Get it on, get it on. Bang it
Let's
on.
get it on.
Good. That's better, yeah? Now drive it. Think hip to heel and try to restrict the upper body movement. But also try to restrict the upper body tension. Try to relax your upper body. Relax the shoulders. Traps don't have to engage. Relax. Long neck. Head like a helium balloon. And use your glutes. Pushing forward and down. Pull back and pull up with both legs. Have you got one leg that's better than the other, do you think?
Yeah, it's,
Just a question.
Is
Just a question, we all have. Yeah. Okay. And relax it back. Well done. That's looking better now. Facially, you're looking like you're closer to where I want you to be. Okay, so that's great. Right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you an example class